Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you episode 2 of Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. We just woke up on the Peragus mining station? Facility? Whatever it is. We're surrounded by a couple of guys and KOTOR tanks. We're naked. Let's go. Immersion in KOTOR tanks can heal most wounds. If you have lost vitality points during your explorations, return here to the medical bay and use the empty KOTOR tank behind you to heal your wounds. Alright, cool. Door. Oh man, I so vaguely remember this. Morgue door. Locked. This door does not look like it's going to open. Any door that can be bashed open can be cut through more easily with a lightsaber or construction tool such as a plasma torch. To bash open this door, equip a plasma torch on the equip screen, then select bash on the first box. Alright. So we can't go through that with our hands, at least I don't think. Medical bay. Container. 2 med packs. Desk doesn't do anything. There's a workbench. Medical computer. Peragus medical bay console emergency lockdown. Enter command. Let's check the medical logs. Alright, this was 3 days ago.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the KOTOR tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Peragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Huh. Alright, so I was the only survivor, so I guess those other people were not on board the Ebon Hawk with me. Let's watch the next one.
Could be a Jedi. But we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KOTOR, are already Another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the KOTOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics.
I bet you it's HK.
Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them and moved them down to maintenance, but we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Alright, well, so bad shit's been happening. Access patient life signs. Oh, the other 4 are all deceased. I'm the only one that's recovered. Patient treatment. All subjects being treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment request resulted in death for all subjects except for patient number 3, who was reduced to minimal life signs. So, check the last treatment request. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to all the tanks, including number 3. There's no record of who ordered the treatment. Interesting. I can use a spike to try to track the treatment request. Might as well. Oh, I don't have one. I'm sorry, I was reading computer use. And once again, you guys can't see my cursor, sorry. Okay. Medical bay functions. Medical bay functions, emergency lockdown. I guess we could look at the camera. Oh, that's just that, okay. The morgue camera. Oh, hey, it's on the right there. There's that woman from the Ebon Hawk. Yeah, okay. Unlock the door to the morgue. Sure. Unlock medical storage room. 0 spikes. Yeah, let's do that too. Okay. Access medical inventory. It looks as if a number of medical-based items can be manufactured using the medical workbench next to the terminal. Alright. I think that's it for now. So, lab station. Learn about creating items. So, alright, so this is a lot more complicated than the first game. A character can create certain items at a lab station using chemicals, which can be found, purchased, or obtained by breaking down other items. Treat injury and demolitions may play a role in the creation at a lab station. What types of items can be created? Generally, more complex or valuable items require a higher skill and more chemicals to create. Which type of item are you looking to learn more about? Health-related items. Health-related items include med packs and some implants. Creating these items depends on your treat injury skill. Stimulants. Stimulants provide temporary boosts to attributes and are best used right before a difficult battle. Creating stimulants depends on your treat injury skill. Mines. Alright, we know what these are from the first game. Grenades. What about breaking down items? You can break down an item to acquire chemicals, which can then be used to create other different items. Use it to recycle items you don't want or need. Alright, use the lab station. Okay. So, it looks like a med pack. Chemical cost 20. Total chemicals 0. And I have 2 in my inventory already. Okay, stimulants. So the adrenal chemical cost is 25. Alright, well I don't have any chemicals, so I can't make anything. But these are the list of things that I could make. How do I... view breakdown items. Alright, so I could break down a med pack, and it would give me 4 chemicals. That's not worth it. So let's not do anything with that. Oh, 25 chemicals there. Medical bay container. With 2 more med packs. So what could I use those 25 chemicals on? I could make another med pack. I could make an adrenal strength. And that's it. I think we'll save them. We're good for now. So... corpse. This old woman looks dead, but there's no sign of what killed her. Okay. Oh. The dead dude had a plasma torch on him? Whoa! Oh, I remember this. Vaguely.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
Yeah, creepy old woman. I thought you were dead. Your voice, I heard it as I floated the Kolto tank. Who are you? I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the Kolto tank about you. How do you feel?
A little disoriented. Was it your voice I heard in the Kolto tank? The Kolto tank left me a little drained. Who are you? Enough of this false concern. What do you want? We'll do the first one.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
Just stay ahead of my mind in the future. Now what do you want? So you can touch minds and feign death. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Kreia. Last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it? I am the one asking questions. How do I get here? Well, we'll do the first one.
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
If you think I'm a Jedi, you're mistaken. I am no longer a member of the Jedi Order. How do you know I was a Jedi?
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
The Jedi Order and I have a troubled history. That is no business of yours, or let's deal with it now. What is this place? We'll do that one.
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Why do we need to leave? Care to explain why you're in such a hurry? Why do you think we are in this, are together in this? Why do we need to leave?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
Persuade, are you sure there's nothing else you can tell me about this place? We'll see. There's got to be someone left alive around here. I'll go look for our ship and some weapons. Is there anything else I should keep an eye out for? We'll do the last one.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Uh-huh. Okay. The patients of the med bay were killed by a lethal dose of sedatives. Any idea how it happened? The miners of the med bay were murdered. Know why. Are you well enough to travel? I discovered the patient. Oh my god, there's so many choices. Alright, let's persuade. Let's do the top one.
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
They didn't. Yeah, there we go. They didn't. I got the same dose but survived.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
You seem to know a lot about Jedi techniques.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
Alright. Maybe I will return when you actually answer my question.
I have found that answers come in their own time, not ours. Turn your energy to the matter at hand. If we cannot find a way out of here, the answers will prove useless anyway.
Alright. I'll return soon to make sure you're alright.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Alright. Light side points gained. You've taken your first steps on the path of the light side. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish actions will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side. Alright, well, we got a plasma torch. So, what is this? Oh, look, damage. Physical, 1 damage, basically. Damage bonus, 1 to 6 fire. Critical threat, you need a natural 20. Okay. But the cool thing, it may be a weak-ass weapon, but I can use it to cut through this door. Yeah.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Corpse. There we go. That's a real weapon. A Vibro-Cutter. Normally a mining tool, a Vibro-Cutter doubles as an effective melee weapon. Melee weapons give an attacker a large bonus to attack against enemies using ranged weapons. Equip the Vibro-Cutter in your other weapon slot, then switch between it and the plasma torch when you need to cut open a container or door. I don't remember how to do that. So, okay, we'll do the Vibro-Cutter up here, plasma torch down here. But what is the Vibro-Cutter? 1 to 10 physical. Critical threat is 19 or 20, and it's balanced, so it's good for two-handed or two-weapon fighting. Alright. Broken droid. Oh, we got some items. Emergency blast door.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain the explosion.
Okay. Oh god! Alright, let's try flurry. Yeah, it worked good. Okay. Mining laser. So what does the mining laser do? Energy 1 to 7. Nothing really. It's just a blaster. We'll stick with what we got. How do we? Okay, there we go. So the button on the bottom right is how we switch between our weapon loadouts. Oh, hello there, buddy. Good thing these guys have like no health. Emergency hatch, broken droid, droid neuropacifier, and droid repulsor.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
That's freaky. Try to find some way to open the hatch. It is odd that this emergency hatch hasn't opened, considering the circumstances. There may be a way to open it if you could gain access to a terminal, or to the access terminal. Alright. Security desk. All the dead people. Security tunneler. Isn't there a way to go first person? I know there is. I forget what it is, though. Oh, that's cool. Alright, whatever. Look at his face, though. Do you guys see that? I don't remember what button to go first person. But yeah, that guy's got a weird skeletal face. Alright, we can use the plasma torch here. Cut into the locker. Broken item. Aw, we broke it. And 2 ion grenades. Is this open? Yeah. Oh!
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Kreia, what?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions.
Yeah, 3 droids. Okay.
Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
With Kreia's help, you have gained the passive precognition power. With this power is triggered, you should save your game. Okay. Sure. We'll save over Moby 1.
Ah, you hear it. It is fate, but
Woman,
it is there.
I'm in combat. What's happening?
It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
But it doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's coming from across a great distance. It's like a sound, but it has been almost a decade. I had forgotten. I don't want this. Not again. Never again. We'll do the first one.
Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
I still want to know how this woman ended up on my ship. Gaining experience will slowly reestablish your connection to the Force. Go to the level up screen to choose your Force abilities. Alright. Level up. Let's see. Level 2 Jedi Guardian. What do we get? We got 2 skill points. We'll do Treat Injury and Persuade. We got feats. We got 1 feat. We got Force Sensitive and Unarmed Specialist. So... Force Sensitive says... Jedi training affects each Padawan uniquely, allowing them to grow in their ability while addressing personal flaws. On rare occasions, however, exceptional individuals open doors to strengths they did not know they had. This feat represents a heightened connection to the Force previously unseen in a newly trained Jedi. This feat grants 40 additional Force points to a character's base total, so it just means we're Force sensitive. Unarmed Specialist, this character has gained extra experience in hand-to-hand combat and is able to strike much harder than other combatants, adding 1 to 4 to him. Alright, so we're not going to fight unarmed, so that's kind of... doesn't mean anything to us. So... Finesse lightsabers? No, we're not going to have Dex, so we don't need that. We don't need Finesse. We don't need new class skills. We don't need dueling. We need the 2 weapon fighting. Do we want that now, though? Yeah, I think we do. Right? Or do we want toughness first? Let's just take 2 weapon fighting for now. We don't even have 2 weapons yet. Oh, you know what? We do, though. Oh, and powers. We got 1 power. Alright, what do we want? We can't take Cure yet. Force Aura. Restricted by armor. We don't want anything that's restricted by armor either. I don't think. Because I think we plan on wearing armor. It depends. Let's see what some of these abilities are. Energy Resistance. Force Body. This power enables the character to use their own health to fuel force powers. All force powers take 50% of their cost from vitality points and 50 from force points. That's cool. Affect Mind. Effect Mind enables persuasive use of the Force. Once a Jedi has this power, extra options will appear in conversations as appropriate. I love that. I think that's what we're going to take. Stun, stun droid, wound, slow, fear, shock, force push, throw lightsaber, drain force, force scream, and mind trick. Mind trick distracts a non-droid target, making it easier to sneak by them. If the target fails a will save of DC 5+, the attacking character's level, and wisdom and charisma modifiers, they distracted for 30 seconds. Now we're going with Effect Mind first. I just love the ability to, like, use mind tricks on people, like, in conversation. I think it's so cool. Alright, we'll save. Alright. Stealth field generator, 2 med packs, 2 more ion grenades. How do we still not have clothes? Did I miss clothes? Are we really supposed to be naked this whole time? Dude, this place is so much larger than I thought. Good thing these guys are trash, though. This door...
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read.
Huh. Okay.
But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
Alright, but the door's got a ray shield, so... Although not an emergency blast door, this door has been magnetically sealed. There may be an override console somewhere in the area. Huh. Okay. Oh, there's one down there too. Hey, he survived a hit. But not two. Emergency supplies, you'd think they'd have, like, you know, a pair of pants or something in them. Alright, what's up here? Oh, docking door. It's gonna be locked. Yeah, this airlock is only open if ship docks. Okay. What about over here? This is another airlock, isn't it? No, this is open. Supply cylinder. Clothing? Nope. Components. Right, these don't seem to do anything. Man, alright. There was a terminal back in that room before I fought those 3 droids. So maybe that's it? Oh, aren't these also terminals? Yeah, administration computer. Peragus communications control emergency lockdown. Enter code to cancel lockdown. Unlike the other consoles you've encountered, this console appears heavily encrypted. You'll need access code to unlock it. Oddly enough, you notice that despite the emergency lockdown, there is one switch that still remains active outside the encryption. Activate the switch or log out. Oh god. Do we push the button? Screw it. We'll push the button. Oh, good. Okay. Security override activated. All droids on the level deactivated. Holding cell door force field deactivated. Well, weren't we lucky? I can't imagine anything negative that could have possibly come from that situation. I do want to go back and hit this security terminal first, though. Whoop. Why can't I go through? There we go. Security desk. Peragus security control, emergency lockdown, main console commands. Check security records. Okay. Peragus safety hollow orientation.
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, KOTOR, listen up, because I'm not going to say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is going to take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Peragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Peragus-2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Okay. Accident report logs.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just KOTOR and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
So my arrival is what's triggering all this shit? It's gotta be HK, though. Mining droid maintenance logs.
So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Interesting.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt KOTOR or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped. I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged, maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Well, whoops. Well, there isn't really much else to do from here, so I guess we have to go talk to that prisoner then.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
The facility's deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting.
Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
There's a bounty on captured Jedi? Why?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left? What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
I heard rumors of a war, but a war between Jedi?
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
Let's see. I've been away since the Mandalorian Wars.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
The rumors I heard said Revan defeated Malak, then went to Korriban to unite the Sith against the Republic. No, that's not it. I was led to believe that Revan saved the Jedi and the Republic. See, this is... Okay, this is why, like, ultimately... If this was like Mass Effect, this data would have read your save from Mass Effect 1 and automatically populated the answer. But basically, this is like where you could plug in what ending from the first game you did. So if you did the dark side ending, you would do this one. If you did the light side ending, you'd do this one. So I'm going to do this one. I was led to believe that Revan saved the Jedi.
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know women.
Wait. How long have you been in that cage? Revan was a man, not a woman.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
See, there is no correct answer here, I guess. Well, see, I don't know, because the Old Republic, in the MMO, Revan shows up and it's a dude. Whatever. It's kind of funny, though. Alright. That's enough about Revan. We need to know what happened here.
Look, no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
I don't know, the facility seems abandoned.
Well, the miners can't all be gone. But if they are... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Persuade, tell me your plan and we can go from there. Yeah.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this cell security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
One thing first, the patients in the medical bay were killed with a lethal dose of sedatives. Know anything about that? Let's see if he knows.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Alright. I want to know if you know anything, and you don't.
So you done interrogating me, or are we going to work together and try to get out of this mess?
Why don't you tell me what you do? Wait, tell me what to do, and we'll see. I want to know why he's locked up. Is there no... There's no option to see, like, what he did? Alright.
No deal. If I'm not leaving, you're not leaving.
Alright, fine. I guess I trust him. No, alright, I'll let you out.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go. Alright. I think there might have been an option for me to ask him what he did, but I must have missed the chance to
Alright,
ask.
here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure pizzazz. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
What's wrong?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown?
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
Is there anything else we could do with this console? There must be some way to end the lockdown from here.
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Alright, let's see if we could try to reach someone on the comm.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Alright, I think for now that's a good place to stop. This video's been over a half hour long already, so we're gonna wrap it up here. But, yeah, so this is, I guess his name is Aton or Aton. He hasn't even officially told me that yet, but apparently I know, I guess through the Force. But, yeah. Alright, this was episode 2 of KOTOR2. We still don't have any freaking clothes. Maybe we'll get some in the next episode, but until then, Mobius1 here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.